award for you. But as you know, we're here this evening at George Washington's beautiful Mount Vernon, as I've just returned from the magnificent United Kingdom with King Charles and Camilla and the whole group. What a group. They're great people. They're great people. And they really laid it out. They said there's never been, and don't forget, they're really honoring the country. There has never been anything, and they did it for me a number of years ago. It's the first time they've done it twice for a president. That's because it wasn't consecutive. Now, we actually know it was consecutive, okay? If we want to be accurate about it. We want to be accurate.
Wow! Patriots, you're not going to believe this one. Straight from Mount Vernon, where George Washington himself once stood, we just heard a speech that reminds us what true leadership and love for this country look like. Before we dive into it, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with every freedom-loving American you know, because the mainstream media won't show it to you like this. All right, let's break it down, because there's a lot here that every patriot needs to hear. No.
I'll be called a three-termer, but the only problem is I want to be 3 terms, but I don't want the results of the second term, okay? I don't want anything to do with people pouring into our country totally unchecked, and a big problem, but we're getting them out. We have no choice as a country. We have no choice. We're doing better than we've ever done as a country, I believe. But a lot's changed since the days of President Washington and King George III. But I think that the father of our country would be very pleased and proud to see America strong and respected again. We're very respected again. And I saw that because, you know, I would say the United Kingdom, there's nobody that can do the pomp and ceremony like them. Don't we agree? Although tonight's a very beautiful evening, but I gotta be honest, it's a nice tent. It's a nice tent. I like that building that's 1,400 years old, slightly better. Did you see that, the table? It was like 100 yards, like a length of a football field, in a ballroom that was like this. It was the most, they opened the doors, I said, I've never seen anything like this. But this is a close second. I didn't see any poles holding the ceiling up yet. Let's see. No, this is beautiful. It's beautiful because of the people. And we had, by the way, everybody was there, every big business leader. That was really that was an amazing event. But it was respect for the country. It's the biggest event they've ever done of its kind. There's never been anything even close. It was. Thank you. I like that guy. I don't know who the hell he is. I know he's all men. Who is that? Stand up. Look at this guy. I don't know who the hell he is. I like him. Thank you. I like that voice. I like that voice. Thank you very much. But there could be no more appropriate place to hosting the gathering because American Cornerstone Institute exists to defend and promote the fundamental values and principles of the American founding. Those are the ideals that our movement and our administration are defending each and every day.
So first off, I love that this was at George Washington's Mount Vernon. Talk about symbolism. America's first president, the father of our country. And now we've got someone standing there reminding us of the values that built this nation. He just got back from the UK with King Charles and Camilla, and he talked about how much respect was shown for America. That's the key word here, respect. Under weak leadership, America gets laughed at. But under strong leadership, we are respected again. That's exactly what our founders wanted. A nation that commands respect, not one that gets pushed around. I also want to highlight what he said about immigration. Patriots, this is the issue that hits home for all of us. He's right. Our borders are wide open, and that's a disaster for our families, our communities, and our sovereignty. But he made it clear. We're not just sitting back. We're fighting to secure our country. That's what leadership looks like. Acknowledging the problem and saying, we have no choice, we're getting it fixed. And let's be honest, when he talked about being a 3-termer, you know what he meant. The people still want him. The movement is still alive, and America isn't done yet. That energy was real. Oh, and the UK banquet story? Classic. Nobody does pomp and ceremony like them, but you could hear the pride in his voice when he said Mount Vernon, our American soil, our American history, meant more because it's about our people and our values. That's the heart of this movement. Respect for America, pride in America, and defending our founding principles. And speaking of that, he tied it all back to the American Cornerstone Institute, fighting for the values this country was built on. Faith, family, freedom, and community. Those aren't just words, they're the bedrock of who we are as a nation. Now, Patriots, I want to hear from you. What do you think about his speech at Mount Vernon? Do you believe America is regaining its respect worldwide? Drop your thoughts down below in the comments. I'll be responding to as many as I can. And remember, like, share, and subscribe to keep this movement growing. Together, we keep America first.